Welcome to the State of the Streets, y'all. I want to speak about a part of our community that is too often forgotten, overlooked, or pushed to the side once the cameras leave and the speeches end. I want to speak about the disabled members of our minority communities, the individuals who are struggling every single day just to remain visible. Not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack talent, not because they lack heart, but because many of our systems, organizations, events, and movements were never fully designed with them in mind. They are people in our own neighborhoods who want to participate. They want to learn, y'all. They want to lead, they want to build, they want to contribute to the future of our communities. But too many times the programming does not reach them. No interpreters, no accessibility planning, no transportation coordination, no adaptive resources, no intentional outreach. And eventually what happens is isolation, disconnected, silence. A person can be physically alive in the middle of the community while emotionally feeling invisible to it. That is a dangerous place for any human being to exist, especially in minority communities already fighting economic hardships, violence, educational gaps, housing instability, trauma, and systemic neglect. When disabled members of our communities are disconnected from movements, disconnected from events, disconnected from leadership spaces, and disconnected from opportunity, we lose voices that were meant to help shape solutions. We have to stop treating accessibility like an optional feature added at the end of the conversation. Accessibility is community infrastructure. If your movement cannot reach the deaf community, the visually impaired community, the physically disabled community, or individuals battling developmental and cognitive challenges, then your movement is incomplete. Visibility matters, engagement matters, representation matters, and connection matters even more. Because once people feel connected, they begin to heal differently. They participate differently, they dream differently. And communities evolve differently. This is why intentional programming is essential. Not symbolic gestures, not seasonal attention, not performative inclusion. Real systems, real planning, real accessibility. We need more interpreters in community spaces, more disability-centered youth programs, more accessible public events, more transportation solutions, more mentorship, more digital accessibility, more opportunities for disabled individuals to lead initiatives themselves instead of always being spoken for. And most importantly, we need consistency, because many disabled individuals do not disconnect from the community by choice. They disconnect because after enough exclusion, the mind begins to believe participation was never meant for them in the first place. That is why every organization, every activist, every leader, every event coordinator, every outreach team, and every institution has a responsibility to ask, who are we still failing to reach? Who still feels unseen? Who still feels unheard? Who still feels left behind? The future of our communities cannot be built only around those with the easiest access to participation. A strong community is measured by how many barriers it removes from the people struggling to stay connected to hope. Now understand this clearly. Keeping disabled members of our minority communities connected to movements is not charity. It is survival, because disconnected people become vulnerable people. Disconnected people become forgotten people. Disconnected people lose trust in institutions, organizations, and even in themselves. But connected people build networks. Connected people build movements. Connected people build futures. So today, I want to challenge every organization listening, every city official listening, every activist listening, every community leader listening. Make room, create access, expand your vision, and stop building movements that only include the people easiest to reach. because every human being deserves the right to feel visible inside the community they belong to. This has been your State of the Streets address. And until next time, y'all, stay connected, stay aware, and never allow the people to become invisible. Until next time, y'all.